This is a prime example of what happens when you allow a lie or a misrepresentation of the truth to go on for so long that people really do believe it. And when they talk about it, they talk about it with such conviction, like it's correct, and nobody even challenges it. So I just want to say from now on, man, we live in a digital era. There's no excuse for us not to debunk people when they make very, very bogus claims like the educated Jasmine Crockett.
Might have recall a news story from last year. There was some interest in the fire departments and the firefighters in California, and the interest was that there were too many white men who were firefighters, and we need to have a program in California to make sure we don't have enough white men as firefighters. So we have DEI, so we have DEI, we have budget cuts, and yet I'm wondering now, if your house was burning down, how much do you care what color the firefighters
you
are?
can respond and then
Listen, I am so tired. You know what? There was an article that just came out that said that actually the most educated demographic in this country right now is black women. So let me be clear. Because you are a woman, or because I know that some of the right has been sharing these photos of the fact that I believe that the fire chief may be a woman or something, that has nothing to do with it. We are looking at qualifications. What diversity, equity, and inclusion has always been about is saying, you know what? Open this up. Don't just look at the white men. Open it up and recognize that other people can be qualified. And the fact that we want to, at a time when people are dying, decide that a country of immigrants is failing or people are dying because the same very people that built this country, because the last time I checked, y'all didn't say that anything was wrong with the White House. And I can promise you, it was my ancestors that built the White House. So listen, if we have been good enough to build this country, we are good enough to serve and die overseas. We are good enough to serve in other ways. And the fact that people actually decide that they want to engage in public service, whether it's sitting in Congress or whether it's serving on the fire department or the police department, should not be an issue. The fact is, stop trying to act as if only white men are the ones that are capable. Because right now, you're sitting at a table with 3 very capable black women.
If Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett would close her mouth about 50% of the time, if she talked 50% less, I could tolerate her. But she just got diarrhea at the mouth, man, and she believes her own hype. And I wanna hone in on that claim that black women are the most educated women, are the most educated people in America right now. She said black women are the most educated demographic in America. That's a very, very, very bold statement to make, considering, number one, it's not true. But there are, 7 other major demographics? You know, the big 4, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, and you divide them up into 2. Black man, black woman, Asian woman, white man, white woman, etc., etc., Hispanic man, Hispanic woman. That's 8 total demographics to measure. So the black woman's at the top of all those, knowing damn well that the Asian women, and I'm going to prove it to you that the Asian woman is the most educated, and I'm going to prove it to you that this is a misrepresentation of the truth. They made the article about 10, 11 years ago. It was a magazine or some type of publication from the Source CEO, the Source company. I don't know who it is, who it was. And it said black women are the most educated, but that's not exactly true. And I'm going to show it to you right now.
The most educated demographic in this country right now is black women.
So what Congressman Jasmine Crockett is referring to was, there was an article put out back in 2014. Black women are the most educated demographic in America. That was one of those headlines they used to get you in so you can, read the article, etc., etc. Kind of like you have clickbait on social media. I got a few slides I'm going to show you that give a much more in-depth breakdown as to why that article is false, and it's very misleading. That's the word I want to use, is misleading. Essence Magazine, our website, new study shows black women are among the most educated group in the United States. Now, the text on this is a little small. If you can't see it, I'll read it for you. The claim that black women are the most educated demographic in America comes from a 2014 study that cites the percentage of black women enrolled in college in relation to their race gender groups. meaning they're comparing the gender divide or the gender gap between black women going to school versus black men going to school. Yes, black women are far more enrolled in college than black men, as all other female demographics are more enrolled than the male counterparts, because men don't go to college as much as women do. We don't need to. We still out earn women in every single demographic category: black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever. Considering enrollment alone gives an incomplete picture, black women are also starting to outpace other groups in earning degrees. For example, although black women only make up 12.7% of the female population in the country, they consistently make up over 50% of the number of black people who receive post-secondary degrees, meaning over half of you are represented for the black race. Okay, y'all are out earning black men when it comes to college degrees. Y'all are getting more degrees than us. That's not even up for debate. Percentage-wise, black women outpace white women, Latinas, Asians, and Pacific Islanders and Native Americans in this area as well. Yet, despite the fact that black women are enrolled and graduating from school in the highest percentages across racial and gender lines, negative depictions of black women abound in popular media and even in science. Okay, that's a bunch of nonsense. But the bottom line is, the most educated woman, the most educated demographic, period, as far as the percent of that demographic that has a bachelor's degree or higher, is the Asian woman, followed by the Asian man, followed by the white woman, then the white man. Now, this piece comes from the National Center for Education Statistics. Black women have been obtaining degrees at a consistently high rate for the last 8 years. Information collected about the higher education among African Americans between 2009 and 2010 shows that black women accounted for 68% of associate's degrees, 66% of bachelor's degrees, 71% of master's, and 65% of doctorate degrees awarded to black students. That's comparing black women to black men. Okay? There is a gender gap, gender divide, whatever you want to call it, between all demographics. Women now get more degrees than men, and the gap between the black man and the black woman is the biggest of the four major demographics. That's nothing new. This AI, simple search from AI. Asian Americans generally have the highest percentage of individuals with a bachelor's degree or higher. White Americans, second highest. Black Americans, third highest. Hispanics, fourth. So out of the 8 demographic categories, black man, white woman, etc., black women, y'all are ranked number 5. Because the Asian woman, Asian man, white woman, white man out degree you. That's just what it is. And that's not me swiping at black women. I'm just giving you the accurate information. Another attention-grabbing title. Young black women are significantly outpacing black men in educational attainment. And that was from this past year, Pew Research. So these are credible sources I'm looking at. And they do that because they know it's going to get your attention, because it's praising you. Black women in any demographic of women love to be praised. Women this, women that. Anything that has to do with women versus men, y'all doing something better than us, they're going to blow it up because they know you're going to look at it. And the more clicks, the better for them, because that's more money. The increasing gender gap between bachelor's degree holders in America was found across every major racial group, with the largest race gender gap found among black Americans. Today, 38% of young black women have earned a college degree compared to just 26% of black men. 3 decades ago, it was 16 to 14 black men to black women. And then in comparison, white women are 10 percentage points more likely than white men, 52 to 42. Asian women are 6 percentage points higher than Asian men. And then Hispanic women are 9 percentage points higher than Hispanic men to earn a undergraduate degree. So the gap between black men and black women is 12 points, and that is what has been sensationalized. And they try to make it seem like, oh, black men are falling behind because black women are getting more degrees, etc., when in reality that's not true. And we know it's not true because you don't need a college degree to make money. And of course, like I said, the college degrees awarded to every demographic, sometimes they come with student loan debt, sometimes they don't. The demographic that is the least college educated, the Hispanics, they probably got the less student loan debt. But when it comes to people who have student loans, guess which demographic pays their student loans off the fastest? Good old Asians. The Asians are just kicking everybody's rear end when it comes to education.
Y'all see it? I know y'all see it. Black women are the most educated demographic in America. First of all, ladies, I want to say let's give ourselves a round of applause. Clap it up, ladies, and be proud of yourself, okay? How dope is that? How dope is that? Listen, when we invest in ourselves, we invest in generations to come as well. Ladies, we have to teach our children, teach our families, guide them, and we have the knowledge and the skill and the power to do so. Whether it's going back to school, learning a new skill, or educating the next generation, because like I said, we have to educate the next generation, baby. These are our babies.
Black women are the most educated and successful group of people in America right now.
Okay, so I'm here to debunk another myth, and I don't want to get off of my message and why I built this account, okay? But I feel it is incumbent on myself to debunk myths as it relates to people of color. So, without further delay, guess who is the highest education, racial, and ethnic group in the United States? Keep guessing. You're looking at it.
See how many people go along with this foolishness? I just gave you all the stats you need to see. And listen, this is no knock on black women. We just got to start telling the truth and stop lying to people. Go get your degrees if that's what you want to do. Just make sure you get a degree in something that you can make some real money with, because a lot of black women are not making the income to offset their living expenses and student loan debt. But that woman right there, the Asian woman, Jenny Wu, Mei Ling, whatever her name is, whatever Asian woman you see, whatever, look, they getting the degrees at the highest rate, and they're not in debt the way that black women are in debt. Black and African American college graduates owe an average of $25,000 more than their white counterparts. 4 years after graduation, black students owe an average of 188% more than white students borrowed. Black and African American student borrowers are the most likely to struggle financially due to student loan debt, making monthly payments of $260. Asian college graduates are the fastest to pay their debt and the most likely to to earn a higher salary to help pay for student loan debt. Those words are a little small. So yeah, the Asians get the most money. They're the highest earning demographic. College degrees does not equal intelligence. Okay, just because you got a degree don't mean you're smart. It just means that you completed the coursework to get that piece of paper. Okay, there's a fine line between education and intelligence. Okay, it's a lot of dummies with degrees of all races, and like I said, at the end of the day, the dark blue are the men, the light blue is the women. You see the income. The Asians are first, whites are second, blacks are third, Hispanics are fourth. And what do you notice on all those bars? The dark blue is higher than the light blue. The men out earn the women because we don't have to go to school to go get real money. A lot of men are entrepreneurial. A lot of men are able to do jobs that women just don't do because they're physically harder and they can be dangerous. What is it? 97% of all workplace deaths are men. Men are the most likely to become millionaires or billionaires on average. You got females that are millionaires and billionaires across the world, but men are on top because men are naturally more ambitious. That's just our nature. There's no knock on women. We love women. We just want these statistics to not be taken out of context. Okay? Women go to school at a higher rate than men, and black women are no different. But you are not the most educated, Keisha. You're not. You're doing good by going to school. I'll give you that. I just want y'all to digest the data and recite the data properly. So whenever you hear somebody say black women are the most educated, say no. We're not the most educated, but we are getting more educated. And there is a gap between black men and black women that's the highest of the four major demographics, but not by that much. 12% versus 10% for the white man versus the white woman. Yes, black women might even be earning degrees at a higher rate than white men. But by percentage, a greater percentage of white people and Asian people have college degrees, and they are obviously higher income than we are. The whites and the Asians get the most money. That's just what it is. So, like I said, not trying to tear the black woman down. Y'all keep doing y'all's thing when it comes to education, but stop repeating this lie. It's not true. Okay? They blew those articles up. They did that to reel you in so you could read it. Then y'all took the title and ran with it because it makes you feel good. But keep on feeling good. Keep on doing whatever you do. But just know the truth. And the truth is, the Asian woman is the highest earning when it comes to getting college degrees. She gets the degrees at the highest rate of anybody in the country. And that's just what it is. Even when it comes to advanced degrees, PhDs, doctorates, masters, all that. Y'all like the video. Y'all share. Y'all subscribe.